laugh. You will not cry. You will learn by the numbers.
For many of us, it's a familiar image.
Can I be in charge for a while? Then quit!
But only because of the many Hollywood portrayals of life inside the U.S. Marine Corps.
Parris Island, South Carolina.
In 1987, there was Full Metal Jacket.
Do you understand?
18 years later, Jarhead gave us another peek inside Marine Corps life. The silver screen image hasn't changed much. Surprisingly, the United States Marine Corps wants you to think those movies were pretty much on target in order to change your mind about what really goes on behind these doors.
Get on the yellow foot for us right now. Tonight, fast. Get off the bus. Get off the bus!
For the past 25 years, recruit training depots in San Diego, California and Parris Island, South Carolina have been hosting educator workshops designed to teach civilians what boot camp is really all about.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
But these aren't your average civilians. They're your teachers, counselors, and principals from various high schools. A group from the Rochester area, including myself, who over the next 3 days will be standing in the footsteps of those who have come before to earn the title, the few, the proud, the Marines. Through these portals pass prospects for America's finest fighting force. The symbolic transformation from a civilian to a Marine happens the moment a recruit walks through these silver hatches. And for the educators, this is where the negative perceptions about boot camp begin to change.
I was fortunate enough to, experience, the 3-4 days here on Parris Island, and, it was an unbelievable moving experience to, get the perspective that the Marines actually go through.
But these 40 educators are getting but a taste of what the recruits really go through. Who better to experience that than those who work closely with the next generation of recruits?
We are the people who are meeting with the students on a daily basis and talking to them about career planning and about what they might want to do after high school. And I think they're very smart to kind of enlighten the teachers as to what is available so that we can bring that back to the students firsthand.
It's very important for us to work with the educators, high school counselors, teachers, because they're influencers. They're influencers in society and to those young men and young women who we want to bring into the service.
Which is the one with the little tiny hole?
Despite America at war recently, these workshops have been so successful, recruiting stations like the one in Rochester are getting a surge of potential recruits.
Hey, come on, Jeremy.
Immediately after 9/11, the Marine Corps saw an initial influx of young men and women who wanted to join. In Western New York alone, recruiting stations enlist nearly 800 people each year.
Autism surge, we still get a lot of it because the Marine Corps attracts those types of individuals. The Marine Corps attracts a certain type of person that wants to do the things that Marine Corps does, and that is first in and last down.
15. Back in Rochester, you're looking at about 30 of the latest young men and women who have signed on the dotted line, committing themselves to at least 4 years of military service to destinations unknown. All of them have gone through the Marine Corps' strict screening process.
12.
Captain Thomas Bertram says one of the biggest misconceptions about the Marine Corps is its recruiting standards and methods. Recruiters aren't chasing contracts or simply fulfilling quotas. They pre-screen every potential recruit.
Did you graduate high school, or are you currently enrolled in high school? And then, of course, there's a series of medical questions, legal and moral involvement, depending on, what they've been involved in, what trouble, they've been in with the law.
Once they've passed the initial test, welcome to physical training.
Right now.
But this is nothing compared to what's in store for them aboard Parris Island. It's 13 grueling weeks of boot camp, the most rigorous entry-level military training.
Ain't no but leadership up here.